A powerful and dangerous storm is moving slowly across the Pacific, and while it may be weakening slightly, the threat it poses is far from over. Super Typhoon Sinlaku, the strongest storm of 2026 so far, is now approaching the remote islands of the Northern Marianas, bringing with it destructive winds, heavy rainfall, and the risk of widespread disruption. For residents in Guam and nearby islands, this is a critical moment, one that demands caution, preparation, and resilience. Sinlaku first formed on April 9th and quickly intensified into a massive storm system over the warm waters of the Pacific Ocean. At its peak, the typhoon reached sustained wind speeds of up to 278 kilometers per hour. That's around 173 miles per hour, placing it among the most powerful storms seen this year. As of Tuesday, the storm was located just southeast of Saipan, moving slowly at about 14 kilometers per hour. That slow movement is significant because when a storm lingers, it can dump enormous amounts of rain over the same areas, increasing the risk of flooding, landslides, and prolonged damage. Even though Sinlaku is now showing signs of weakening, it remains an extremely dangerous system. The Northern Mariana Islands, including Saipan, are directly in the storm's path. At the same time, Guam, a nearby U.S. territory with a population of around 170,000 people, is also under threat. Officials say Guam may avoid a direct hit, but the island is still expected to experience strong winds, heavy rain, and hazardous sea conditions. The storm's effects are expected to continue into Wednesday, even with dangerous ocean conditions lingering even longer, possibly through Thursday.
Bye, bye.
Authorities are warning of multiple hazards. Wind speeds across Guam could reach between 64 and 80 kilometers per hour, with gusts climbing as high as 105 kilometers per hour. These conditions are strong enough to down trees, damage infrastructure, and cause power outages. But wind is only part of the danger. Heavy rainfall could lead to flash flooding in low-lying areas, while rough seas and powerful waves pose a serious threat to anyone near the coast. Officials have urged residents to stay out of the water entirely during this period. Even as the storm weakens from its peak intensity, it could still pass the Northern Mariana Islands as a Category 4 or even Category 5 equivalent system, meaning life-threatening conditions remain possible. Now, Guam remains under both a tropical storm warning and a typhoon watch. Emergency officials have made it clear, while the likelihood of a direct hit has decreased, this is still a serious and potentially dangerous weather event. Residents are being asked to remain vigilant, secure their homes, and follow all safety advisories.
Bye-bye roof. Ooh, baby. Wow. Looks like, look. Can you see that thing up there?
Storm preparedness is especially important in situations like this, where even a slight shift in the storm's path could change the level of impact significantly. Before heading toward Guam and the Northern Marianas, Sinlaku already left its mark on parts of Micronesia. Outer islands and atolls in Chuuk reported significant damage after the storm passed through. While full assessments are still ongoing, early reports suggest that communities there have been affected by strong winds and heavy rain. And this storm comes at a time when the wider region is already dealing with the aftermath of another disaster. Just days earlier, Tropical Cyclone Maila tore through parts of the Pacific, including Papua New Guinea and the Solomon Islands. That storm triggered severe flooding and landslides, and tragically, at least 11 people lost their lives. For many communities, the back-to-back impact of these powerful systems is stretching resources and testing resilience. In response to the recent devastation caused by Cyclone Maila, Australia has pledged $1.75 million in assistance to affected countries, including Papua New Guinea and the Solomon Islands. Leaders in the region say damage assessments are still ongoing, with reports coming in from remote and hard-to-reach areas. Papua New Guinea's Prime Minister has emphasized that efforts are underway to reach every affected community, no matter how isolated. It's a reminder of how challenging disaster response can be across island nations spread over vast ocean distances. Super typhoons like Sinlaku are among the most powerful weather systems on Earth.
Massive. Oh, up here, up here, up here, up. Good call.
They form in the northwestern Pacific Ocean, a region known for producing some of the planet's most intense storms. Warm ocean waters fuel their growth, we're allowing them to rapidly intensify and reach extreme wind speeds. And while forecasting has improved significantly over the years, storms like Sinlaku still carry a high degree of uncertainty, especially when they move slowly or change direction.
Oh!
For now, all eyes remain on Sinlaku as it continues its slow path across the Pacific. For the people of Guam, the Northern Mariana Islands, and surrounding regions, the coming days will be critical. Even without a direct hit, the storm's impacts could still be severe. Moments like this highlight the importance of preparation, community awareness, and timely information.
Wala na pasok, no?
If you're in an inhabit area, follow local guidance, stay indoors during severe conditions, and prioritize safety above all else. And as always, we'll continue to monitor developments and bring you the latest updates. Stay safe, stay informed, and take care.